So before you start defending Zelensky and start shouting, Slava Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, please watch this.
A former investigator from Ukraine's National Anti-Corruption Bureau has defected to Europe with what she describes as thousands of pages of internal files, detailing systemic corruption at the highest levels of power in Kiev. The defector, identified as Alina K., has overseen a task force tracking offshore wealth transfers, tied to President Volodymyr Zelensky and his closest confidants, Serhiy Sheffer, Timur Mindich, Svitlana Pishanska, and other longtime allies operated a complex web of shell companies. These entities were used to acquire over 100 luxury properties abroad on behalf of the president and his family.
Система була побудована так, щоб приховати все. Гроші від державних контрактів переказувалися на рахунки дружніх компаній у Києві. Потім їх ділили на менші суми і переказували через Латвію, Кіпр або Швейцарію. Після того, як гроші нарешті були отримані на іншому кінці, вони були відтрачені на покупку елітної нерухомості. При цьому завжди під ім'ям ще однієї офшорної компанії. За документами Зеленський не володіє нічим. Насправді він володіє всім.
The total value of funds laundered through these offshore channels exceeds $1.2 billion. The files contain purchase contracts and bank transfers linking Zelensky's circle to assets across Europe. 26 properties in Spain, including seaside villas in Marbella and penthouses in Barcelona. 14 properties in UK, including a Chelsea riverside estate. 21 properties in France, mostly along the Kate Desert. The list also includes 8 properties in Italy and 34 apartments in UAE. For Ukraine's embattled president, the accusations strike at the very core of his legitimacy. If verified, the leaks could trigger not just a political scandal, but also international investigations. Alina K., for her part, insists she has no regrets.
Я пішла не заради грошей або притулку. Я пішла, тому що правду пора розкрити. Україна не може боротися за демократію, поки ограбують власні лідери.
This reminds me the story I covered here recently. The Ukrainian anti-corruption campaign manager who stole millions of dollars and bought houses in United States. You see, the naive Europeans think that they are trying to help the Ukrainians. But what they fail to realize is Zelensky and his cronies see this war as an opportunity for them to embezzle funds and enrich themselves. Whilst the ignorant or the average European think that they are helping the Europeans. The fact is, these guys see this war differently. They are not fighting in the front lines. They continue to push this war. That is why they don't want the war to end, because the moment this war ends, Zelensky is out of office. How is he going to make all these billions and millions of dollars that they are making? I hope you now get the picture. I hope you now understand what is happening here. Something interesting is also happening in Ukraine currently. Recently, the Ukrainian authorities came out and said they are not sending kids to the front lines. They only send people above 25 years. Well, they made a huge mistake. Now, the people in between the age of 18 to 25, they are now fleeing the country because the authorities came out and said, oh, we are not sending kids to the front lines. So they are now running out of the country. If you check the border between Ukraine and Poland, there is a traffic jam currently. People are running out. Check it out.
Друзі, усі, хто наразі планує свої поїздки в бік україно-польського кордону, зважайте, що на усіх контрольно-пропускних пунктах неймовірні черги, застрягнути можна щонайменше на 8 годин, а максимум навіть на 20.
Шановні гості, запрошуємо колейку.
So if you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit on the like button, and if you're a new viewer, please subscribe to the channel. Another interesting development. I don't know why the Europeans are obsessed with the Russians. In fact, all your sanctions fail to work. As von der Leyen continue to threaten the Russians, they've now Oh, I just realized that the Europeans has gotten to 19th package of sanctions. By the way, watch the video.
We are keeping maximum pressure on Russia. That means tightening our sanctions regime. We will come forward soon with our 19th package of hard-biting sanctions. And in parallel, we are advancing the work on the Russian frozen assets to contribute to Ukraine's defense and reconstruction. And of course, we are ensuring strong, unwavering support to Ukraine, our neighbor, partner, friend, and our future member. Tomorrow, I will travel to the 7 member states that are strengthening and protecting our external borders with Russia and Belarus. I want to express the EU's full solidarity with them and share the progress we are making in building a strong European defense industry, especially through our joint defense instrument, SAFE.
These guys are just funny. In fact, as I said, I don't understand their obsession with the Russians. First package of sanctions failed to work. Second package of sanctions failed to work. Third, all the way to the 18th package of sanctions failed to work. So who with a brain bigger than a pig would think that the 19th package of sanctions is actually going to cripple the Russian economy? These guys are behaving this way because they are currently ashamed of themselves. They are behaving like kids because, they don't know what to tell their people. The fact is, the Russian economy today is doing better than most EU economies. The Russians has diverted their economy dependence from Western Europe to Asia. So why all this unnecessary, childish behavior? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why these guys continue to attack India and China. They claim that the Indians and the Chinese are the reason why this war continues to happen. And they are even trying to create confusion between, India and China.
I'm so tired of these national security strategies being too cute by half. The reality is you got to stop India and China from buying Russian oil. You do that tomorrow when the war's over. Okay? The war's over. If everybody, including Europe, this is like Europe's still buying Russia oil, which is crazy. Okay? If people just stop buying Russia oil, then it's only a matter of time before Putin doesn't have the money to fund that war. So Modi's a big part of it. It's 1.5 million barrels of oil a day. That buys a lot of drones and bombs to kill Ukrainians. Okay, a lot. Okay, so what's troubling to me, Joe, is that the Indians are so arrogant about this. They say, "Oh, we don't have higher tariffs. Oh, it's our sovereignty. We can buy oil from anyone we want." India, you're the biggest democracy in the world. Okay, act like one. Side with the democracies. You're getting in bed with the authoritarians. China, you've been at quiet war with them for decades. They invaded Aksai Chin and all your territory. These are not your friends, folks. Okay?
They are telling them that they are enemies. You see how these guys are. In fact, the biggest enemy of, the Ukrainians are not the Russians, are not the Chinese, are not the Indians. No. But Japan is also buying oil from the Russians. Why are they not talking about that? The European Union is still buying oil from the Russians. In fact, when it comes to the Chinese, they are even scared. But when it comes to, the Indians, they constantly attack the Indians. I don't know, because they see the Indians as weak. By the way, the Indians came out recently and said they are going to increase their purchasing from Russia. India is not a small country. India is a big country. Why are they not attacking Japan? As I said, Japan has increased their LNG purchasing from Russia to 300%. Why did they attack them? Why always attacking only India, China, India, China, India, China? But a lot of countries buy oil from the Russians, not only India and China. So the Russians unleashed another attack on Ukrainian positions in the Dnipropetrovsk over the night. So I am following that particular story. Once I get more information, I'll bring it to you guys. Thank you very much for watching T1360 once again. Where are you currently watching the video from? Let us know in the comment section. It's very, very important. It helps me to know those of you who are watching my videos and where exactly you're watching the video from. Shalom. See you guys in the next episode.